Hey everyone, in this video I am gonna talk about my freelancing experience because I received a good gesture from one of my client, and you might be seeing that in the thumbnail. So I received a t-shirt. Like, I did like freelancing for them like last year. I left them like 7 months ago. Then also like I got a good gesture from them today itself, delivered. So I thought that talking about freelancing to you guys might help you in some way, and if anybody looking to go into freelancing, this video might help. So if you're seeing into this channel, I joined Microsoft. So before joining Microsoft, in my college days and after college, like there was some span of time I did try freelancing, and it worked good for me, but it was not as expected. So it was not like a breeze to me, and there was a lot of bad experiences as well. So it was kind of a mixture of good and bad experiences. So in this video I am gonna share with you all that only. So let's get started. So what happened is, the freelancing client that sent me this good gesture was a client of mine. I started them for April 2019 and continued till nearly 13 months of or so. Like, it was the span, and there was some projects that were overlapped. Like, I continued them and also took 2 to 3 other clients as well in between. So the first and foremost I started with when I was in second year of my college. Like, it was ending, like fourth semester ended, and after fourth semester what happens is I had a college graph of 2 months. That was pretty long, and I was just sitting at home and trying out like various things. So I started with these websites like freelancer.com, Upwork, and Fiverr. That you might have heard about Fiverr and Freelancer and Upwork. So this was the best website at that time when I started freelancing. So I made an account on them, and I applied on Freelancer for projects first of all. So in Freelancer, what you have is they give you bid. So my account was free only, so they gave me 8 bids to apply on the project. So you can apply on 8 projects. That you have to use very preciously, because once it get ended, you get renewed in 3 days only. So these things we will talk about in some other videos, like resources and how to do freelancing. But what happens is I got my first gig on freelancer.com. So once I got that gig, I did a small module for them and they liked it. So for that module I get the payment and milestone, what do you call milestone in freelancer. So I got my milestone and I was get paid. Then they had my email ID, so they contacted me after 2 to 3 months. So okay, we have like this project extending and we want an Android developer. So I worked first as an Android developer. So what happens is I go there. Like, it was a client from Switzerland, and the pay was also pretty good. Like, it was from Switzerland as well. So they gave me like the designs. So I was the, like, they had a total team. So the team organization was, they had a designer, so, and they had a iOS developer, and I worked on the part of Android development and backend development using Node.js and MongoDB. So I started with the Android development, then I moved on the backend development as well for them. So with a kind of 3 people working on their tech side of thing, it was kind of startup. So it was going pretty good, and I got used to get the design. I used to implement Android, and before that I used to implement the APIs so that the iOS guy and I can integrate them in Android and iOS apps simultaneously. So this is the first experience I had, and this was pretty good experience because client used to understand my, I had like college time and exam time as well. So I used to tell them that, okay, I have exam this to this phase, like I'll be working a less hour, like kind of I used to work 4 to 3 hours or 4 hours, someday 5 hours, or even the weekends like 8 to 10 hours as well. But I used to like get the module done when was the deadline. So it was pretty good experience. Like, they were pretty good. So thank you for everything. Like if anybody watching from that, because they also know like I have a YouTube channel now. So thanks a lot, and let's move on to like some other experience as well. So next experience was for Node.js, totally backend development. So it was an India based company only, so they had a client and they had a requirement for like some Sweden based client. So I can't share much of them, but I work on backend development. So in backend development, what happened is they gave me the architecture and this is the thing, and they also have design. So they have a Flutter app and I have to develop the backend so they can integrate in Flutter app. So they give me everything. So I used Node.js and MongoDB for that, and Dockerize the application with the Kubernetes cluster kind of thing. There was various things going on. I built a pipeline as well for them. So it was a good experience here as well. But the thing was like a weird like kind of collaboration out here, because the collaboration was not that good as like my previous one. Because in here what they used to do, they give me the thing then, and they used to contact me after 4 to 5 days. They didn't communicate that well. So whatever issue I had, some blockers I had, I could not talk to them immediately and get the things resolved. So that was the second experience. I had other 3 to 4 experience as well, but let's share like some bad experience as well, so you can understand that freelancing not that easy, and it's not about only money, and it's not about only good parts of freelancing. So freelancing, like everybody tells, your own boss and you can do whatever you like in freelancing, but getting clients is very difficult for the beginners, and in beginning you can't get clients like easily. So it's pretty difficult in the beginning, and the later phase also, like it's kind of I feel like it's lack a bit security. Even if we sign NDA, like I had like experience, like I took an Android project, I did it for like 7 days on the streak, even the exam days as well, and at last like they didn't pay me as well. So what happened is I deployed the Node.js server, then I gave them Android app, I gave them iOS app as well. So I worked on the React Native side of thing, and what happened is I deployed on their server. That was the mistake I did. So they just change the credential, and boom, I was like not able to access the server again. They blocked me and kind of things. So this was one of the bad experience I had. They didn't even pay me. And the last project I took like before joining Microsoft, it was a Ukraine based project that was app development totally on Android. So the UX designer, and they had a very big team out there. So I worked on the Android part, and they have the design and everything ready. So they gave me that particular design and told that, okay, this is the implement. So this was also from freelancer.com, and I got also Fiverr projects and Upwork project as well. So for Upwork, you have to like get approved the account. I have a Upwork approved account. I don't use it now. I left like freelancing after joining my job. So in freelancer I got that particular module again here also. So they liked pretty much my work, and they used to pay like pretty good amount, like it was $20 to $22 per hour. It was pretty good for like us in India. So I developed the module. So I worked like 5 hours for a module, and it was instant, like they paid instantaneously. So it was pretty good experience, and they communicated well as well. So we had a later contact as well with the email, and I got like their contact, every like company ID and everything, and I started working for them like as a hourly like contractor. So they gave me more design, more modules I used to develop. Then again I worked like a lot hours. Like I worked for them nearly like 35 hours, then like other 60 hours kind of things. Then again what happens is like they have some good amount of thing developed as an Android app, and like this particular thing is deployed in the like Play Store. The app is still in the Play Store with a like good amount of user as well. They're making a lot of money. Now what happens is at the last phase, when like there was a kind of feature of ad integration, because they had a premium feature and they want to have freemium feature with ad. So I integrated ad, and it was like some good amount of money billed at the last phase. So for the last phase, like 1 month, I didn't got the payment for that. So this was the one of the second bad experience. So they like started like not replying, and they kind of not reply my emails, my Skype chats or anything. Like even I ping them, like I ping the backend developer I worked with, he also didn't reply, the company also didn't reply, and I didn't have time to like go and like do certain things. But that was pretty good experience, freelancing as well as bad experience. So if you're into going into freelancing, don't think that is always a good experience, it's also a bad experience, mixture of both. So you have to understand certain things before like delivering the project or taking up the projects. There are various things, NDA signed, there are contracts, there are things like billing and all. You have to go with the taxes as well now. So it's pretty hard to like do freelancing when you are starting out, but when you understand, eventually it will be breeze to you. But again, like it is for times like now, like COVID and pandemic, it's hard to find clients. So it was kind of those mixture of experiences. So if you're getting into freelancing, first I will suggest that research whoever you are working for, and then get into it, and sign NDAs if required. And Fiverr is also good, like they have a system of procuring like the bid, then like the money don't get lost. So do a research, get into freelancing. If you're getting into, it's good, like it's a good market. But again, like you in the beginning you will have some difficulties to get client, but if you're getting into it, it's a pretty good experience. You have to implement things fast, and you'll get a lot to learn. But the thing is, you will not get to like you learn and implement will give you time. This is the fast-paced environment, and if that is the fast-paced environment, you have to learn. So this kind of a pressure thing, so you learn the things good, like you learn really fast and implement the things. So that is one of the things like about freelancing. Good learning curve you can have, like you don't need a degree. Like nobody asked me like you are graduate or anything. They saw my like some of the projects. I have like various projects on GitHub, like which are private. I don't show to anybody, like they're already deployed on some URL, like private repository deployed to some like services like Netlify, deploy some URL that nobody knows, I only know, so I share with them and to see kind of thing. You can also include them in the bid as well, but again while at the last stage, don't deploy to their production environment. Do the demo on your environment, get the payment. This is a kind of thing you will eventually learn. But it was a good experience, good learning. And if you're getting into freelancing and doing something great, do reach out to me on Instagram. I really appreciate that. And leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel. I will keep bringing related to freelancing as well and other tech stuff on this channel. That's it for this video. I'll see you next time then.